What if your punishment wasn't death, but survival? What if the price for your sins wasn't flame or oblivion, but the endless echo of battle, blood, monsters, memory, and guilt? Welcome to the Labyrinth of the Demon King, a game wrapped in silence and myth, a descent into karma, yokai, and something far older than redemption. This is no hero's tale, it's a sentence, and today we're going to break it down. Long before you ever entered the labyrinth, you were no champion, no nobleman, no legend. You were an Ashigaru, a peasant soldier, the bottom rung of a shattered army, forced into a war you never believed in, a puppet on the strings of ambition, greed, and pride. And when your army collapsed, when your lord demanded glory in death, you chose dishonor. You betrayed him, struck him down with a blade unworthy of the act. It snapped just like your place in the world. Wounded and alone, you fled into the woods and bled out under the watch of spirits that do not forgive. In Buddhist cosmology, death isn't the end. It's a checkpoint in the wheel of samsara, the endless cycle of life and death and rebirth. For those who commit grave sins, their soul descends into one of the eight hot hells, each deeper and more painful than the last. But there is a cruel clause. Even if you're cast into the sixth hell, you must still suffer the fifth, the fourth, until you burn through them all. You awaken in one such place, a labyrinth that is not just physical but spiritual. Here, sinners are punished, but they are also made to punish each other. You don't walk this maze as a victim, you walk it as an executioner, your blade being your sentence. And this is only the beginning. Everything here is damned. Every monster, every corridor, every shadow, they were once human. They've been twisted into yokai, their sins calcified into monstrous forms. In Japanese folklore, yokai are not born, they're made by guilt, obsession, and spiritual rot. Let's see at what you face. Ubume. She was once a mother. Her child was taken or killed, and in her madness, she probably began abducting others, clinging to the illusion of motherhood. Now she is bound by her loss, screaming through the halls. Tsuchigumo, a spider demon likely once a servant of the jailer. He preyed on the weak, the broken, the shackled. Now he stalks the same corridors he once patrolled, transformed into the predator he truly was. The jailer, a blue oni. In folklore, red oni are brute force, but blue oni are cunning, cruel, sadistic. He perfected pain. He is no longer man, he is function made flesh. Nopepo, bloated, rotting. He once punished his servants over trivialities, a man of appetite, ego, and sloth. Now his body reflects his soul, putrid and decomposing. These aren't just enemies, they're mirrors. They're what you might become if you stay here too long. This place, this ever changing, never ending labyrinth, is not designed to kill you, it's designed to grind you down. Every corner bleeds repetition, every room resets, every cycle repeats. It's not a maze for the body, it's a spiritual crucible. Each time you defeat the final boss, you see the exit, a shining light, a stairway, a vision of freedom. But you never reach it. You're dragged back, rearmed, reborn, because your karma isn't clean yet, because you haven't suffered enough. At the heart of every run stands one unchanging figure, the Demon King. He waits in a throne forged from torment. But who is he? Well, for the first three, He is your former lord, the man you betrayed, bound to your cycle as victim and captor, forced to fight you again and again. For the second theory, he is you, a future version, a possible version, a vision of what you become if you fail to atone. And then we come to the final theory. He is karma itself, not a person but a concept. Your guilt, your punishment, your shadow given form. Each time you slay him, he dies in silence. There is no celebration, only reflection, and then you are dragged back again. Not because you failed, but because you're not ready to leave. The labyrinth doesn't care about strength. It doesn't care about speed or style. It cares about penance. Each life you take, each yokai you cut down is a spiritual transaction. And with each completed cycle, you either move closer to liberation or become more like the monsters you slay. That's the real danger. Not dying, but forgetting who you were. So, is this hell or a reflection of the world? Well, the deeper truth is that this labyrinth may not even be a literal hell. It might be the castle itself, cursed by the cruelty of its lord and jailer, a physical place pulled into a spiritual mirror, a living memory frozen in time, corrupted by sin. The battles you fight are echoes. Your own murder, your own betrayal, may have shattered reality enough to create this endless dream, one you cannot wake from. So, what happens when the cycle ends? Do you reincarnate, ascend to the next hell, or wake up cleansed, born anew? That's the riddle at the heart of Labyrinth of the Demon King. It doesn't offer clear answers, only choices, only suffering, only silence. Labyrinth of the Demon King is more than horror. It's spiritual folklore. It's karmic poetry. It's a mirror. Every enemy is a sinner, every boss is a warning, every loop is a lesson. The sword in your hand is not for conquest, it's for atonement. Thank you for watching. If this interpretation moved you, share your thoughts. Who do you think the Demon King is? And more importantly, would you survive the labyrinth or become just another monster in its halls?